Hi, welcome to my channel. The moon, our constant companion for as long as history remembers. But what if it wasn't meant to be there? Its orbit, density, structure, and its very formation seems to defy natural explanation. But one theory, as wild as it may sound, seems to answer them all. Could the moon be hollow, artificial, or even placed in its orbit by someone else? Let's begin with what science does say. Over the decades, astronomers have proposed multiple theories about the moon's formation. The capture theory, which suggests that Earth's gravity snagged a passing object. The accretion theory, which states that the moon formed from leftover debris from Earth's formation. The fission hypothesis states that the moon split off from a rapidly spinning Earth. Then comes the giant impact hypothesis, which states that a Mars-sized planet slammed into Earth, ejecting material that became the moon. Finally, we have the synestia theory, which suggests that the Earth became a vaporized disk post-impact from which the moon crystallized. Yet, none of this fully explained the moon's composition, structure, or its bizarre orbit. On Earth, newer rocks lie on the surface while older ones are buried deep. But on the moon, it's reversed. The surface rocks are ancient, older than any on Earth, some dating back before the solar system formed. Even more curious, elements like uranium, plutonium, and rare earth materials appear in abundance, some of which don't naturally occur. And despite having no magnetic field, moon rocks are mysteriously magnetized. If Earth and moon formed together, why is the moon's chemical signature so vastly different? Then comes the hollow moon theory. Here's where it gets mind-bending. Apollo missions tested this theory. When Apollo 12's lunar module was crashed into the moon, seismometers recorded it ringing like a bell for over an hour. Apollo 13's impact rang it for more than 3 hours. Vibrations traveled 20 miles deep and increased with depth. That's the opposite of Earth. And the craters, no matter how wide, they are the same depth, almost as if there is a reinforced metallic shell beneath. Planetary bodies tend to have heavier elements at its core and lighter elements at the outside. But in the case of moon, opposite. Now the coincidences begin to stack up. The moon is exactly 1/400th the size of the sun. It's 1/400th the distance from Earth to the sun. The perfect ratio creates flawless solar eclipses, an extremely rare phenomenon in the universe. The moon's orbit is almost perfectly circular, unlike any other known natural satellite. At 1/4 the Earth's size, the moon is gigantic for a planet of our size. No other planet in the solar system has a moon so proportionally large and precisely placed. Coincidence or precision? In the 1970s, two Soviet scientists reviewed all this evidence and came to a radical conclusion. The moon is not natural. It's a spacecraft, a relic, brought here intentionally. But who built it and why? Now let's go back in time, way back in time. The further you go back, the less number of stories you get about the moon. There are some cultures who claim that they existed even before the moon came into existence. Greek and Roman writers spoke of the Procelines, people who lived before the moon. The Bolivian Tiwanaku culture says the moon arrived between 11,500 and 13,000 years ago. Zulu legends from Africa speak of the moon as hollow and inhabited by beings not from this world. They also mention that before the moon, Earth had no seasons. It was surrounded by a warm blanket of vapor. After the moon arrived, tides, seasons, and climate as we know them began, making life thrive. Scientists say that the moon is a cold, lifeless rock. But in 1971, a 100-square-mile cloud of water vapor appeared over the surface of the moon and lingered for 14 hours. Astronomers have reported glowing mists, strange lights, boulder tracks, and flashing phenomena, now categorized as transient lunar phenomena. Even NASA admitted that by 1967, over 570 unexplained sightings of light on the moon had been documented. And what about those photos of strange structures, towers, domes, bases? So is the moon hollow, artificial, engineered, relic of an ancient civilization, or visitors from far away? Despite multiple models, capture, fission, accretion, the giant impact theory remains the frontrunner. But even that has flaws. It suggests the moon formed from Earth's upper mantle, which is less dense. This might explain the moon's low density, but the theory itself is still debated and doesn't fully account for all the anomalies. Apollo missions revealed that the moon rang like a bell for hours after impact. Some argue this is due to its dry, brittle structure and lower density, but no concrete proof confirms this. The hollow moon idea remains fringe, but seismic data doesn't entirely dismiss it. Science has a partial explanation, but can't prove it. Total solar eclipses seem perfect, but technically they are close fits. The moon is drifting away by 3.8 centimeters each year, meaning eclipses are becoming less precise over time. So perhaps we are just living in a rare astronomical sweet spot. It so happens that the moon is so precisely placed in its orbit and its size in relation to its Earth, and the distance of the moon from the Earth in relation to its distance from the sun is so perfect that eclipses occur almost flawlessly. That's a hell of a coincidence. NASA claims seismic data rules out a hollow moon. But here's the catch. We don't even know what's at the center of Earth with certainty. So ruling out what's deep inside the moon based on surface data is optimistic. Strange lights and structures have been seen and documented over the moon. Mainstream explanations include shadows, optical illusions, reflections from glassy surfaces. These are plausible but not provable. They explain some phenomena but leave others unresolved. They at best leave us only with partial answers, nothing conclusive. Coincidences are in proof, legends are in facts. But when you stack myth, physics, and facts, the moon ends up being far more mysterious than we were taught. So, what do you think? Let us know in your comments.